Oh, this is Creating Cards with Sherry. I'm Sherry, and I am so glad that you have joined me today for my Tickle Tuesday video. I do a video. I am so excited to be able to share with you some product that is just going to be. I'm excited about it. It's just a lot of fun. All right, I've been focusing on our mini catalog, which is out from this month through April. And for every $50 or every $100, you can choose certain products from this catalog for free. Now, this only goes from January 4th to February 29th. So, if you want to get some free stuff, you're going to have to do it within the next 2 months, or next month and a half, I guess you could say. So make sure that you look these over very closely, and you'll be able to get your rewards that way too. Today I am going to focus on this stamp set called Detailed Dogwood. Now, the Detailed Dogwood comes from our Celebration catalog, because when we spend over $100 or more, you can get that stamp set for free. And so I'm going to show you what fun it is to get these new products for free and what you can do with them. This is the card that we are going to make today. All right, I'm going to just set that aside and we're going to get started. Get all my supplies here. All right. The inks that I am using today are Early Espresso and Bubble Bath. I remember a wedding that I did once years ago. I used to be a wedding coordinator, and um, she told me her colors were going to be brown and pink, and for some reason that just didn't sit right with me. And then I saw it, and it was beautiful. I couldn't believe it. So now I like to do cards in brown and pink whenever I can. Anyway, that's beside the point. um, I am going to, let's see, how do we want to start? My base card is going to be the 8.5 by 5.5 Early Espresso um, cardstock. Now, all of the measurements and things that are in this video will be on my blog. You can get it all there. So don't worry about writing anything down right now. It'll all come very easy for you just by going to the blog. I chose also the Layered Florals 3D embossing folder. And of course, you're going to need the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine to do that. I went ahead and embossed. Isn't that pretty? I just think that looks gorgeous. And we're going to lay that right on top of our card. So I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal here, and we're just going to get started. Oh, there we go. I just ran. I knew I was going to get close to running out of some seal here, so I have another one ready. There we go. Okay, and we're just going to lay that right there. Now on the inside, I chose another 5.25 by 4 sheet of the Bubble Bath cardstock. And we're just going to layer on the inside as well. This just won't be embossed. So I'm going to lay this right here. And then I'm going to take the basic white that will go inside here to where we can write our message. I'm going to take my Bubble Bath, and I'm going to take this little stamp from the Detailed Dogwood stamp set, and I'm going to stamp here and stamp one here. All right, and then we're just going to glue that right in there, and that just gives a cute little decoration for the inside of your card. I'm going to do more with it later on, but I'll wait to show you what that will be. All right, let's get back to the top. All right, what you want to do is first get a scrap of your basic white paper. And I'm going to take this large stamp, and I'm going to move it down just a little bit so I can get it square on. And I'm taking my early espresso. Get it inked up real good. And then I'm going to put it down. Okay, there we go. Looks pretty good. Now what I chose to do with this one is I chose to color it with our watercolor pencils. And the colors that I have are the Granny Apple Green, Old Olive, Early Espresso, Calypso Coral, and Crushed Curry. So I'm going to show you a couple of things that I did here, and then by the magic of television, we'll have one all set for us, okay? So basically what I did with the Early Espresso, I just went over where the stems are that hook everything together here. So I just went over those like that. A little bit here. Okay, then with my leaves, I took my Granny Apple Green and I would color the leaves. And then I took the Old Olive and I just went over some of those lines to accent them a little more and just make them pop a little more. So that's what you can do with these. You can also use the Granny Apple Green. It just won't be as dark as this. Okay, then let's see. The other thing that I did with the espresso is I just circled around the center. Just like that. And then the crushed curry is what I used for the center of my flowers. Then I took the Calypso Coral and I lightly colored the petals on the flowers. So I'm just going to go over these real lightly. And then the next thing I did, using the same color, is I just went over the top and I pressed a little harder and just made the tops of these petals a little darker so that we had a variance of shade in these flowers. So that's what you can do. It's really easy. It's just one pen, one color, and you just put it together, okay? All right. When you get it all finished, you're going to have to fussy cut it because there's no die cut to cut it out. So, and by fussy cut, you're going to have to get your scissors and cut it out by hand, all right? And when you're finished, it will look like this. Okay. So here is going to be our top layer. And I did a series of things. Now I'm going to find my card that's done so I can remember how to do everything and use it as an example. There we go. All right. First thing I did is I took the bubble bath and there's a couple decorative pieces in this stamp set, and this is one of them. It's just a bunch of dots, and I lined it up on the paper at the very bottom and just made a little border on the bottom like that. Okay. Then I took the Early Espresso and I took the other decorative border and I inked that up. And I just came over here and instead of going straight to the end, I came in a little bit. And just about on top of that, I placed that border. Okay, I could have come down even a little further here, but that's okay. Not a big deal. All right. I wanted to use the dragonfly, but I wanted to make sure that it was lined up with my flowers, and I wanted it to be right in here. So I'm waiting to do the flowers. I am, however, going to use my little stamp that I put on the inside, and I'm just going to put that right there. Okay, let's get some dimensionals on the back of this. I did use mini and the regular dimensionals, so that I got all sections taken care of really well. So those parts that were thinner and smaller, um, I used the mini dimensionals with. And then I used, oh, I got sticking together here. Then I used the regular size dimensionals to finish it up here. And one more to take the paper off of those. Look at this a second. Make sure that this isn't going over the edge. And I got it centered pretty good. There we go. That was better. That should be all of them. And then before actually sticking this down, I'm going to line this up here and I'm going to say, okay, looks like my dragonfly could fit right here. It'd be a really good spot. So I'm going to ink him up and I'm going to put him down. Then I'm going to take my dimensionals and I'm going to, or my flowers, and I'm going to line that right up and get it right where I want it to be. All right. Now, this particular stamp set does not have any sentiments in it. So I chose a sentiment. I wanted this to be an encouraging card. So with my Crafting With You photopolymer stamp set, I used the sentiment, "You inspire me." So I'm going to take that out, ink that up, and we're just going to put that right smack dab in the corner. Okay. And that should be that. Then I'm going to take, if I can find it, oh, wrong one. I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal one more time. And we're going to center that right in the middle there. Okay, cool, huh? All right, now, just to add a little more pizzazz and to make it even more colorful, we are going to use the Champagne Rhinestone Basic Jewels. And I'm just going to take some of these and put them on my card to give it a little pizzazz. It sparkles it up really nice and gives it the wow look. Okay, there we go. A little stubborn. And then I'm going to take one more and put it right there. And there we have the front of our card. Isn't that pretty? I just love it. Now the other thing that I did on my original card is I took these rhinestones and I also put them in the center of these just to give it an edge of coolness, I guess you could say. And so the inside looks really special too, where you have your message. And that's our card for today. Not hard to do. It's a little more time consuming because you're putting in time of doing the fussy cut and the coloring and that sort of thing. But it turned out to be a really nice card. I really have enjoyed making this and am pleased with it. And I'm sure when you do yours, those that are receiving your card are going to be just as blessed with receiving it. So thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to bring up just a couple things for you. Don't forget to head over to my blog spot, and there you will find all the directions and the list of products that you will need to make this card. And then also don't forget to go to my shop, creatingcardswithsherry.stampinup.net. Be sure to stop by there to purchase all of your products, and you will be well on your way to complete this beautiful card. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me today. You have a fantastic Tuesday, what's left of it, and a great week, and I will see you again on Sunday for our Simple Sunday video. Bye now.